Award-winning actor Sterling K. Brown of This Is Us fame has said yet again, that he would like to play John Stewart, the Green Lantern, in the upcoming Green Lantern Corps movie that DC's making. He said it, I think, this is an article I'm reading right now where he said this. This is reported on April 30th, which was, I think, just this past weekend. But he said this before. There have been multiple, actors who have voiced over, the last few years or several months that they would be open to playing John Stewart, the, African-American Green Lantern. But he's the one who has most recently been saying it. Now, you might also know him. He played T'Challa's uncle in Black Panther, the Marvel movie. But spoilers, T'Challa's uncle winds up getting killed. So, Sterling K. Brown's presence in the Marvel Universe is pretty much, it's over. It's finite. So he's free to jump over to the other side, to DC, if he wants to, and if Warner Brothers, DC's parent company, is willing to have him. But let's get into the quote that this article, reprints, where he expresses how he'd like to play the character. He says, "I wouldn't mind being the Green Lantern. It would be fun. I've been watching cartoons since I was a kid. There was a black man portraying the Green Lantern. To see someone who looked like me meant a lot." He was in the Justice League Unlimited cartoon. There are a lot of more people who know who John Stewart is now than before. Of course, he'd been in comics and still is for several years. But since most people in the general public don't read the comics, a lot of them had no idea who John Stewart was until that cartoon. And now a lot of actors know who he is too because of that cartoon. Now, Sterling K. Brown, I think he is... I don't really know him. I know who he is, but I haven't followed a lot of his work because he does a lot of serious stuff mostly. And, I don't watch too much serious stuff. I watch only sci-fi movies and TV shows. But I think he's in his 40s. So if he were to play John Stewart, it would depend, I guess, if how old they wanted to make John Stewart in his debut movie. Because we have not seen John Stewart yet in the current era of DC movies. We haven't seen him at all, even in older DC movies. So if he were to show up, it would depend, I guess, do they want to show John Stewart as an older man first getting his powers? Or when he shows up as Green Lantern, will he have already been Green Lantern for a while? And this movie's just picking up, with him already, having been a superhero for a while. And I also think it would depend on whom they would cast as Hal Jordan. A lot of reports have been saying over the years that the first Green Lantern movie that DC's going to do in this current era of DC movies is going to be Green Lantern Corps, like a buddy cop movie where the two main characters are both John Stewart and Hal Jordan side by side, or as co-leads, if they're still sticking with that. So they're going to have to get... Since Hal Jordan and John Stewart are supposed to be best friends in the comics, in the movies, whomever they get to play Hal Jordan would have to be approximately the same age as Sterling K. Brown, because usually, not all the time, but a lot of close friends are usually similar in age, not all the time. So they would have to get whatever white actor they get to play Hal Jordan. He'd have to be around the same age in his 40s as Sterling K. Brown. So it would depend, if DC wants to go older with their two main Green Lanterns, and they can, I'm not against that. But if they do want to go younger, which studios in these kind of movies usually tend to do, I don't think they could hire somebody like Sterling K. Brown. But maybe they will, who knows. But anyways, another actor I think who's in his 40s is Idris Elba, and spoilers for Infinity War, he plays Heimdall, but Heimdall was the first, good guy character to be killed by Thanos in Infinity War, so now Idris Elba's free. Maybe he might want to be John Stewart, and Sterling K. Brown would have somebody to compete with when they're auditioning. They'd have to fight it out. So I don't know. I mean, a lot of actors of color would like to play John Stewart because, superheroes are big right now. And John Stewart is one of the more prominent, black male superheroes. But what do you think? Would you like to see Sterling K. Brown play John Stewart in a Green Lantern movie in the future? Or would you like to see somebody else do it? Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel because I appreciate your viewership. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.